Okay, communications, all right, with the team or the client. Now, there's two things, right? Either the KPIs are going to be out, so we're not making enough bookings, either on the database reactivation or on the ads, in which case you'll need to talk to the account manager and potentially the ads manager, the Facebook, the person that's running the Facebook ads. Most of the time it'll be the Facebook ads manager that you'll need to talk to, right? Because obviously they're the ones that are in there that are doing the work, and you're just feeding back to them to let them know, hey, this campaign's not doing too well. That way they can give attention to that campaign. They'll be testing, they'll be doing all sorts of things to fix what's going on, trying different ad sets, trying different images, trying different bits and pieces to get the campaigns going. But they need to know what's going on, right? So that'll be communications with the team. The account manager, who is the person that's responsible obviously for the bookings with the appointment booker, is the person that you will speak to when database reactivation KPIs are out. Okay, so if we're not making enough bookings with the database reactivation, then you're going to speak to them. You're obviously going to be looking at the bird's eye view document to see how many text messages have been sent, how many appointments we've made, and 9 times out of 10, as I stated in the previous video, if we're not making bookings from the database, it's going to be either because the database is crap, so it's not responsive, which you can't do anything, or it's going to be the offer, right, which is something we can do. And most of the time, it'll be the offer, right? So if it's a high offer, then you're going to want to go back to the client to get a better offer, and then we're going to test that. Okay, but we can't do any of that unless we're checking these KPIs to see what's going on. All right, you know what I mean? So what you do is you jump in, see what's going on. If we've sent a high amount of text and we've got a low number of bookings, to give you a bit of an idea, we normally make about maybe 5 bookings per 1,000 texts is pretty standard. You know what I mean? Anything below that, it needs attention. All right. So if it's above that, then totally cool. But if it's below that, then you want to jump in. And most of the time, it's going to be the offer, as you can see here. So $199, get it for $149, get it for $129. Go back to the client and see if you can get a better offer. And then send out the next batch of texts. Maybe send out 1,000 text messages with the account manager. Let them do that, and then see if we've got a change for the positive. And if we have, cool, we've fix it. If not, there's really nothing that we can do. We're going to need to focus on ads for that client. But anyway, that is basically the communications with the team around the KPIs on that side of things. Okay. Actually, we'll just keep going here because I can make this one video. The account manager is making too many bookings or sending too many texts. Now, these are good things, right? So as the campaign manager for this client, our aim is to get them the best possible result. Okay, so if we can book them 60 appointments in a month, we'll book them 60 appointments in a month. Do you know what I mean? The database reactivation is a big part of it. Okay, so if they've got a really healthy database, we're not going to book them more than 30 because there's no need. We'll book them 30 appointments on the database, then they're probably going to get another 15, 20, 25 on the ads. That's a really, really good effort. We always want to book them 30 appointments. Okay, so the two examples that I've given you here are if you've got a really healthy database, it's large, let's say it's on 6, 7, 8,000 people, and it's responsive, and because you jump into the bird's eye view and you'll see exactly how many text messages we've sent to see how many bookings we've made. If we let's say we send 2,000 text messages to make 30 bookings, perfect. You would stop there. You would tell the account manager that's all you send for this month. Okay, perfect, mate. And then after that, you're gonna basically let that roll into the next month. Do you know what I mean? Because the next month you send 2,000, you get another 30 bookings, and the next month you send 2,000, and you get another 30 bookings because it's a really good database. And when you get to the end of that database, then you loop back to the start. It's been 4 or 5 months, 6 months. You start again. You'll get the same result. Do you know what I mean? So that's what you do there. Okay, when it's a smaller database, you've got to be careful with how you send it out. Do you know what I mean? We've actually got a current client at the moment. They've got a 2,700 database. We've made 14 bookings, which is great, from 1,600 text messages. But I've instructed Candace, as the campaign manager, I've instructed Candace to stop. Candace being the account manager, I've instructed her to stop for that month because we've got 14 bookings, ads are pumping in, we've got like 13 bookings from ads, that's going really, really well. We will keep doing the database the next month, do you know what I mean? So that we'll ease our pressure off the ads as we build that client's database up. So really, what you're looking at as the campaign manager, as the in charge of the client, is the best possible result that we can get them. Okay, so if we can get them a really, really good result because they've got a big database, then we'll do that, but we won't go over 30 bookings for the database reactivation per month, okay, and we'll keep that going. If it's a smaller database, then you want to be sensible around it. You might need to use the whole database in the first month because it's not responsive, right? Our whole thing is to get them 30 appointments, and we'll do that. But if you can see, like the instance that I gave you in this video, the client that we've sent 1,600 text messages of the 2,700 database that they have to get 14 bookings, then we can stop. So long as the ads are firing, which they are in that case. Obviously, if the ads weren't firing, do you know what I mean? Then you would keep going with the database because we want to get them to 30 bookings. So, end of the day, pretty simple. We get them 30 bookings per month. Yeah, a mix of database reactivation and ads. If we can pump in way more because we can send in heaps of ads on top of the 30 database that we'll book, we will. But if we can't, we want to get them 30. All right? So that explains how that works.